I'm back to do a review on the Gunner Kennel. This kennel has a lot of reviews. A lot of people swear by it. I, though, am not a huge fan, and I'm going to tell you why. So, I got this kennel the same time. This is the G1 version. I got this kennel the same time I got the Dakota 283 G1 version. This kennel weighs 72 pounds approximately. It is heavy, and it is huge. It is so big, you would struggle to fit this in most SUVs. I cannot get it in my Ford Explorer, let alone put two dogs in there with any type of space. This is a large at 72 pounds. I bought it with this comfort mat that comes with it. But so you can just see the size of this guy here. It's fun to move. This is a large Very kennel. Now you can see the difference, but this Very kennel is actually almost as big inside. It's just not as high inside. So this is like 2-ply construction here. And it's just, it's over-engineered. It's supposed to be the safest kennel you can put your dog in your car. I've seen many dogs in car accidents with a Very kennel, and they fared well. I've seen tons of dogs in car accidents in Roughlin kennels, and there's been no problems that I've seen. So yes, it may be safe if it's in the back of your truck and you get rolled over, but functionally, it's just not the kennel for me. It may be the kennel for some folks, but it's not the kennel for me. So this guy's light. I can just pick him up and move him around. This guy here, it's got these carrying handles on it. I mean, it's heavy. For one person to move this, if you wanted to take this outside and clean it, it would be tremendously hard, especially if you have to go upstairs or downstairs. You'd have to be a pretty tank person to move this thing around. And it does come with a drain plug at the back that you can unscrew and spray stuff out of it, but I would never want to move it. Every time I had one of my puppies in here for, again, the same puppy was in here for about an hour or for a half hour to an hour, and he started chewing it up. The plastic, although it's thick, it's pretty soft. It's pretty soft. So when I got this kennel, it had some like cuts in the top corner here where somebody tried to bolt that in incorrectly. The drain plug, which is at the back, after I wrestle this thing, I'll show you. And typically, I would cut the video to re-show, but I have to just show how heavy it is. So this drain plug, which is not easy to unscrew, you see, I'm not having the greatest time here. That's where you can lug this guy outside if you're really into exercise, and you can wrestle this thing, which is molded plastic, and unscrew it. Now mine was half melted inside. Where you screw this in, there was some melting going on in there from some reason, but I didn't have the heart to send it back, which in hindsight I wish I did. So to screw this thing back in, goes in decent, and then it just becomes insane. Like, you got to get kind of crazy with it. So when I got this crate, it comes in 2 pieces. You can see here there's a gap. Comes in 2 pieces. Well, the handles aren't attached, the gate's not attached. You know, you have to do some work. It took me 45 minutes to assemble this crate, which, you know, not a big deal. Not a big deal if it's working. So this crate to my front door with the comfort pad was $1,256. That's pretty expensive. This comfort pad here, I did not put it in because I figured it would just get destroyed by my dogs. I wanted to see what it looked like, what it felt like, why it was worth $130. So this guy here, 130 bucks. Comes with these carrying handles, which is somewhat nice. Like to get this down here, somebody had to help me, and we had a great time, the both of us. So to get it down to where we're filming, had a great time. Now, it does come with some decent engineering on some points to strap it down. You have these bars here. You can run your straps through there, especially in the back of a pickup, in the front and the back, and it should secure it very nicely. That's a very nice design feature. I'm sure it adds a ton of rigidity if you were to get into an accident. Very nice. The door. This door is a hard plastic. It opens and it closes very nice. One design feature that I really do like about this crate is it has these little third locks where you can push up on the top and the bottom, and this thing isn't going anywhere. So pretty nice. I like that. I also like that there's a steel frame around this guy. It just strengthens the kennel quite a bit. I mean, it's a super strong kennel as far as car accident wise, but the plastic, so I put my young Malinois puppy in here, and he scratched at the floor and actually scratches in the floor, which was a little bit absurd. And when I bought this, there's a piece of cardboard in the bottom that says, put your dog in here with this, because if they scratch it, we won't take it back. And I was thinking, well, if you have a dog that's going to try to dig their way out, it would scratch it, but no. Just your dog, like, kind of messing around will scratch it. The plastic just seems soft compared to like a roto-molded Roughlin or even the Dakota that I'm testing. Now, there are ridges in here. They're a little bit different than some of the other kennels. Now, this door, when it closes into this metal frame lip, which I'll show you in depth here in a little bit. But there is a plastic ridge here about a ½ inch, and the dog can chew on it. My little puppy decided he was going to chew on these bump outs on the sides. Now, he also decided he could get his mouth in here and chew these. And he started to tear these up from the inside and chew on the bump outs at the bottom from the inside. And I could hear him, so I got him out of here really quick because I didn't want him to ruin a $1,300 kennel roughly. Yeah. This door, which is concerning about this door, is although I don't think it's possible, but if a dog gets a tooth in there, it's going to be pretty hard on them. Could be pretty hard on them if they try to break out. Because this plastic, I don't know, it just doesn't seem, I don't know how strong it is, but it seems like it could break with a decent amount of pressure. This lock housing is encased in plastic. That could be chewed up pretty easy as well with the right dog. Now, some people's caveat to that would be, well, you should get the step up, which is their insane one. I don't want to have to spend $1,500, $1,600 on a kennel. I would figure $1,300 would give me a kennel that was strong enough to A, protect my dogs from, hurting themselves, and make it just a little bit less, so they want to damage it. Another nice feature about this kennel is it doesn't have bottom ends, so hair's not blowing out of them. It's so thick though, I would think this would insulate and make it really hot in there. And these vents, although there's vents in the sides and in the back, there's 3 little ones in the back here. I think it would just get hot in there. Could be wrong. But one other nice thing that they did put on this kennel, which is a blessing and a curse, is they put rubber feet on. As you can see here, they have these rubber feet. Now, it's nice because if you put it in the bed of your truck, because that may be what these kennels are designed for, it's not going to slide around very good. But if you want to slide it around, like this very kennel here, put that bad boy around, it's not a problem. With this, it's not it's not going to go too far. Now, I do not have the wheels that it comes with on it. And although the wheels are nice, I put them on and I took them off. It's awkward. It's awkward to pull this guy around. You would have to push it. You know, best thing that I did was grab it like this and push it. But it is still awkward because it's big. So, in conclusion with this kennel, it's not a bad kennel. It's just not my type of kennel. You can't fit in an SUV really. I didn't think that it would be this bulky. Maybe I should have looked harder at the exterior dimensions, but I just wanted to do a good review of it. I thought at least I could have it in my house for my kennel in my house with my dogs. But unlike the Very kennels, they really like to chew on this. I actually had to pause this video because my dog was chewing on the ridges on the Dakota, so I had to pause it and go put her back in a Very kennel. Kennel has some great points. I mean, it's got some good engineering standpoints with the tie downs and, you know, the way the door triple locks is really good. The door assembly is good. Like, this frame is really nice. It does have ridges to chew on. It has a decent moat if your dog makes a mistake in there. Just super hard to clean. You got to crawl in there, and who wants to crawl in there unless you're going to take this out and spray it out of your house if it's in your house. Even to pull it out of your car will be a big pain, or to tip it over, or move it by yourself. Wheels help, but they only help so much. I just think it gets hot. The venting is very big. A dog can fit their mouth in. You know, I looked up some reviews online once I saw how big those were, and I saw some pretty interesting stuff about how dogs were able to destroy the side and chew through some of that. So it's just a big chewing point here, and I don't like that at all. So for some people, super nice crate, just not the crate for me. I don't like the weight at all. The weight and the size just too much for me. I would definitely choose a different kennel. The best thing that I got with this kennel is this koozie. That's the best thing that I got out of this kennel was this koozie. So what I'm going to do with this kennel is I'm probably going to put it on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can get some of my money back.